Hi, this is Peter. In this video I will show you a tactical exercise. I have one exercise in this video, but this one is harder than the others. With that said, I will show you the easiest line first. It is black to move in this position and to play the best move. Okay, the move is knight to f3 check. And the first line is if white decides to panic and he plays g takes on f3, and after e takes on f3 king to h1. In this case there's a move that wins on the spot, very easy to find, queen to h4. I decided not to analyze this any further, and this is an exercise for you. If you want to find a checkmate from here, this should be very easy. I will also provide a link to a site on chess.com that allows you to play any position you want. So if you would like to practice, then please visit the link in the description. Okay, but this is the easiest, and this is winning on the spot, but white has a lot better defense here. Okay, so we have knight to f3 check, g takes on f3, e takes on f3, and now bishop to a3. This would be the first try. It fails to queen to h4, and knight to f4 comes now. It's one move too late. g5 is the correct move, not saving the rook, but g5. Rook b1, threatening rook to b8 check. G takes on f4, rook to b8 check, rook to d8 blocking, rook takes rook, queen takes rook, e takes on f4, and now, very important, not queen to h4, because then queen to e8 would be very unpleasant, but knight to e3. So the threat is now queen to g8 check, and this would lead to checkmate because of the pawn on f3. So king has to be played to h2. Knight takes on f1, queen takes on f1, and the winning move in this position is rook to g6. If you found in this position queen to h4, then perhaps this is also winning. But rook to g6 is slightly more accurate. Okay, second contestant, number 2. Second contestant, knight to f3 check, g takes on f3, e takes on f3, now knight to f4, queen to h4, and c5. It fails to the same move, g5, sacrificing the rook, and after pawn takes rook, very important, not pawn takes on f4, but in between move, rook takes on d6 first, and after rook to c1, threatening rook to c8 check, g takes on f4, rook to c8 check, king to g7 is possible, queen to c1, threatening queen to c7 check, but black has a brilliant response here, which is knight to e5. So if queen to c7 check, then rook to d7 blocking. King to h2. The problem is again in this position that rook would be coming to h6, or perhaps queen to g5. So king to h2, rook to g6. If queen to c7 check, knight to f7, very simple block. Rook to g1, rook takes on g1, queen to c7 check, knight to f7 blocking, king takes on g1, queen to g5 check, king to f1, queen to g2 check, king to e1, queen to g1 check, king to d2, queen takes on f2 check, king to c1, queen takes on e3 check, king to b1, and f2 is a winning move. Very important. If black decides to play any other combination, he will actually lose the game. He's a lot worse materially, so he has to find this one line here. Okay, the next contestant, number 3. It starts out the same, knight to f4 now, and rook to c1, slightly better move. Also g5, the same continuation, but now queen to d1. So queen is coming to f3 to defend the king, because the problem is really in this position that pawn is on f3 and the king is in a mating tent because of this. G takes on f4, queen takes on f3, rook to g6, king to h1, f takes on f3, e3, f takes on e3, rook a to e6, rook to c3, one move too slow, knight to e5, d takes on e5, rook to g3, so this was the idea. Knight was clearing the path for the rook. Queen takes rook, queen takes queen, e4, queen to h4, e takes on f5, queen to e4 check, king to g1, rook to b6, bishop to c1, queen to d4, bishop to e3, queen takes rook, bishop takes rook. And now this is a very important combination. Queen to g3 check, king to h1, queen takes on h3 check, king to g1, queen to g4 check, king to h1, queen takes on c4, king to g1, h4, e6, queen to g4 check, king to h1, queen to h3 check, king to g1, queen to g3 check, king to h1, and queen to d3, forcing king to g1 and h3, and white is lost in this position. But this is very important. Black again has to play this combination, otherwise he's probably even going to lose the game because of the pawns are very close to promotion. And the last and perhaps the best try, sorry, knight to f3, so the start is the same, and now rook to d3. So we have previously white played rook to c1 and then rook to c3, but now we have this in one move, and this would offer the most resistance available to white. Still, the problem is the same. g5, queen d1, g takes on f4, queen takes on f3, rook to g6, king to h1, and now the difference, knight takes on e3. Rook takes on e3, f takes on e3, queen takes on e3, rook a to b6, bishop to a3, d takes on c4, bishop to e7, queen to e4. So in this line we have a forced queen trade, and this is perhaps the best defense available for white because of the queen trade. Queen takes on e4, f takes on e4, d5, c3, rook to c1, king to g8, now bishop to c5, also rook takes on c3 immediately is possible, but this would not be better. Rook to b3, defending, d6, rook to g5, bishop to d4, king to f7, rook takes, bishop takes on c3, king to e6, d7, king takes on d7. and black is winning again. But this is perhaps the best try, because the queens are off the board and the king is not. Well, white is losing anyway, but he's putting the most fight in this line. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next ones. Thanks for watching. Bye.